Hi, we're back with Jada and Tila, and it's March 16th, the day before St. Patrick's Day, and we wanted to give you an update on the Washington State coronavirus epidemic.
Alright, we're talking about on the hunt for toilet paper. Today we went to 3 different stores.
Yes.
The Chevron station, which doesn't carry a large selection, was totally out of toilet paper.
But it did have one paper towel
and one thing of napkins.
and 2 things of napkins.
Right. And then we went to the IJ, which was totally wiped out.
There weren't even any baby wipes.
Nothing. And so
no, they had red napkins, if you looked up there, and some white ones, like 2 or 3. And so you
small packages
really of napkins you
got. And then we went into the Rochester Mercantile, who had nothing.
But they did have
toilet paper in the warehouse, but they weren't able to price it until the owner comes in to tell them the price. So we have a tip: Rochester Mercantile will have toilet paper at 3 o'clock. Okay, and then.
But they did have Kleenex.
Which you grabbed a box of
and
Kleenex.
I think they had a paper towel left or some napkins.
Right, and then we got another tip that the IJ was, their truck will be coming in at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. And
but they'll be late.
Yeah, and
by
it'll
2 hours.
Depend on how long
2 to 6 hours.
Also, it takes them to put it on the shelves.
Yeah, it sounded like they were late.
And then I heard that the Chehalis Fullers will have toilet paper tomorrow. I guess that would be Centralia. They call it shopping cart now. So then you had a friend that tried to go into town today. Tell us about her experience.
Well, she went around 9 a.m. and she said that there was none on the shelves, but there was no paper products, but there was paper products, but there was no toilet paper. And there was one case pallet out in the aisle, and so she took one, and then because she knew I was looking, and then she went around the corner and she thought about it. Should I have gotten another one, because she's not completely out? But then she went around thinking, yeah, I probably better, and they were all gone. So,
and that was about a minute later.
And then she told me that her son who has a small store, he was at a bigger store the other day, and it was too long a line, so he came back and waited there an hour before they opened, and they opened an hour late, so he was 2 hours, and there were 50 people at least or more outside waiting
in line
for them to open. And so that was kind of an interesting.
In Washington State, the governor has just put a ban on all restaurants,
and that was in Tumwater,
and all
bars and gym facilities.
Right, and so I guess a lot of restaurants are doing deliveries now because they have to stay in business.
Yeah, they can still grab their food to go.
Right, we went by the Subway, and they weren't allowing you to dine inside, but you could go in and get your sandwich at the Subway. And then we're wondering about some states are saying that you're not allowed to bring kids into the store. That must be hard on single mothers getting a babysitter.
Single parents.
Right. And then yesterday I drove about 60 miles away, and a lot of churches, it was a Sunday, had signs on the reader board saying, come to church online. And a lot of said, just stay home and pray for us. So I thought that was a really good deal. I read about people doing care packages where they have toilet paper in them and hand wipes and stuff.
Yeah, if you have excess, and
hand them out to the needy and the homeless.
And do you know any neighbors or people who are older and alone that need support right now?
Yeah,
or to be checked on.
Check on them. And we were wondering if this was going to be the end of the handshake, because personally I don't like shaking hands with some people. Sometimes they have nasty, sweaty hands. And they probably feel uncomfortable too, because they know they do. You know? I'm thinking, is my handshake firm enough? And you're always worried about your hands being too cold.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a big difference. And then some churches, they still greet one another, of course, with a handshake. And then at some, they even greet each other on the mouth. And, you know, is that something
it's going to be stopped momentarily, I'm thinking.
And then there's a lot of people that have weddings coming up and flights, and they're wondering, are we going to get our tickets, or should we get our tickets? Because that's a lot of family members that are going to a wedding that they don't know.
Well, a lot of people are paying extra to make sure that they can get their tickets transferred to a different time.
Hey, and in my quest today for toilet paper, a friend of mine finally found some at Walmart. She said she thought of me and thought maybe she should go back and get a second one. She didn't want to be too greedy, but then she thought about it a couple aisles away, went back, and they were still on the pallet when she got there, and came back a couple seconds later and they were gone. So they are running out really rapidly, and I found out that the Canadian border is closed only to, you can only come in if you're a resident, and that in Pennsylvania, they've limited meeting groups of people of 10 unless not 50 like here. So we don't know if that means soon that'll be the standard here. And anyways, I was really happy to find toilet paper. Stay safe, everyone. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.